rolling.
So that last, our last two little chats, were from this kind of area along down here, and then, that area where I wanted to lean on the wall and play with the turtles. That's around this area, and then in the original design, I mean, this just sort of petered out, right, and disappeared. I don't think I don't recall being involved with this, right? This fountain here. I don't really. I mean, it's quite a nice idea to have a fountain here, but this is a cautionary tale, right? Everybody loves to put in water features, and you'll see a multitude of fancy water features, right, on the walls of an old building. But be very, very wary of water features, right? They've got to be maintained. This actually is a fountain. You can see some of the metal nozzles here, so the water's supposed to come up and splash up. And so it's one of those fountains that you can walk around in. That's the idea. But of course, it hasn't worked out like that. The big problem with waterfall is maintenance. With water features is maintenance. If you don't have the commitment to the maintenance, then just don't do it. It's better to, this isn't so bad, because at least this isn't a great big empty hole in the ground. It just looks like something a bit weird. So it's not disastrous, but it just looks a bit, silly. That's not the end of the world. But it's supposed to be a nice, exciting fountain at the bottom of all this experience, but it doesn't work. Right? So if you don't have the maintenance commitment from the client, don't even have a water feature. Right? Mercifully, I mean, in a way, they've got to keep this going because otherwise it's going to become a great big mosquito breeding area. Right? So you've got to keep the water moving. You've got to keep the water moving. To keep the fish and the turtles in there alive and healthy. Otherwise, you're going to have a mosquito problem. So they're almost forced to keep that going. If you stop, maintaining the pumps that keep that water feature going, you're going to just have to fill it all with soil and plant it, because otherwise this becomes a huge, massive, great ashtray, and rubbish tip. So just be very wary of water features. Many designs have ended up looking disastrous because of failed water features.